What's up everyone, Art at GrimmSpeed, and I came out into the shop today to introduce a fairly new product. That's the neon green GrimmSpeed shift knobs. But then I realized we haven't done a shift knob video in a while, and there's a lot of new versions that you might have never seen before. So why don't we go over all of them, and I'll introduce you to the ones you're not familiar with. So the shift knobs on the sides here are probably the ones you're most familiar with. That is the lightweight Delrin version. It's kind of like a hard plastic, and then the stainless steel heavyweight version. Now these have been extremely popular for us. We offer them in two different sizes, the regular and then the stubby, which is just a little bit shorter and a little bit fatter and looks a little bit like the OEM shift knob. Now with the popularity of those, we decided to expand them. So we took the heavyweight knob and we offer them in a number of different powder coat colors, including black textured, red textured, and the all-new neon green texture. So those obviously look great, they feel great, and what we want to do is convince you why they're so much better than your OEM shift knobs, whether it's for an STI or a WRX. So we're going to weigh all of these out and then tell you about the benefits of rocking one of the GrimmSpeed shift knobs over the factory ones. So why don't we start with getting weights on these. So it looks like they come in just shy of ½ pound. Should be the same weight for both, and they are. And we'll put them up against the GrimmSpeed knobs. So let's start talking about the GrimmSpeed Delrin shift knobs first. As I mentioned, these are essentially a hard plastic material, and if you're looking for a lightweight shift knob, this is the way to go. They measure in at just about ½ pound each, so about half the weight of the OEM shift knob, which isn't gonna make a big difference in your quarter-mile times, but if you do like a lightweight shift knob, they are the way to go. The other big selling point with the Delrin shift knob is because of the material. This doesn't absorb hot or cold temperature as much as the stainless versions do, so when you get in your car in the morning, it's a little bit more comfortable on your hand. Now, if you do prefer a heavyweight shift knob compared to the OEM, then the stainless steel ones are the ones you're gonna wanna look at. We have them in the raw finish, and then as I mentioned, the 3 powder coat colors. So why don't we take a look at those, weigh them out, and see how they compare to the OEM ones. All right, so over here on my left is the classic raw stainless steel. Now this has been a really popular look for a lot of the Subaru guys throughout the years because it kind of doesn't match anything, but it also matches everything. It stands out and blends in all at the same time. Right after we released the standard stainless steel shift knob, we also offered it in a stubby, shorter size. Now this is for people that prefer kind of the feel of the OEM shift knob, but with significantly more weight behind it. And with the popularity of these two, we also had a lot of requests to make a powder coat version that matched other GrimmSpeed performance and aesthetic parts. With that, we did the textured black, red, and as of a few weeks ago, the neon green to match the 18 plus STI OEM calipers. So why don't we weigh these out and see exactly how they compare to the OEM ones, and then why you would prefer to use these in your car over what the factory gives you. Let's get the stubby version on the scale first, and that's gonna come in at about 1.3 pounds, which is just a little bit lighter than the standard. That one will be 1.5 pounds. Now the difference between the stubby and the standard isn't significant enough for you to be able to tell, but it is significant enough between these and the OEM version. It's about 3 times as heavy, which definitely helps, especially in a 6-speed car when you're shifting through gears, you're driving aggressively. It really helps slide in there and gives you more of a visceral feel when you're shifting. So all of the GrimmSpeed shift knobs I've shown you today are M12 by 1.25, which is the universal thread pitch for all manual Subarus. That means it's gonna fit with both 6-speed and 5-speed variants. But if you have a 5-speed, you'll also wanna pick up one of our shift boot retainers. Essentially, it fits underneath and inside the shift knob, and it allows you to put your 5-speed shifter boot right in there, just like OEM, and it doesn't dangle around. So why don't I pick my favorite, which is this stubby neon green one, and we're gonna throw it in our 2020 STI to give you guys an example of how it looks installed inside the car. So aside from the awesome look of these shift knobs, the installation is the best part. All you gotta do is unscrew the OEM one, ditch that, and replace it with whichever GrimmSpeed shift knob you end up choosing. So what more is there to say about these shift knobs? Not only do they look better than stock, they feel a lot better. And best of all, you get a lot of variations of them. So whether you want the lightweight Delrin version or the heavyweight stainless steel in either the raw, the black, red, or the all-new neon green texture powder coat, they're all on GrimmSpeed.com. You can go check out the page for availability and pricing and pick one of these up for yourself to really start enjoying the way that your car shifts.